Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so before leaving. And if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up to let me know to keep doing videos like this. Okay, so today I decided that I was going to try, the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. So in a previous video, I talked about the Beyond Perfecting concealer for underneath your eye and how much I love it. It is so lightweight, but it covers fantastically and it really brightens up underneath the eye. So I'm really excited to try this foundation. I got a sample when I was at Ulta. It does look a little dark, but the girl supposedly color matched me, so we'll see. So let's go ahead and get started. On one side, I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge to see what a lighter application should look like. And on the other side, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and see what the coverage looks like with this. So let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is prep my face with my Neutrogena Rapid Repair with the SPF of 30. So I'm just going to do 2 pumps. And put it all over my face. I absolutely love this. I love that I know that I'm getting my SPF coverage that you need on your face, but it is so lightweight. And so far, with all of the foundations and CC creams that I've used it with, it has looked really nice with it. It absorbs really, really quickly, so it's very easy to work with. Okay, so now that that is all over, let's go ahead and get started. So when I looked at the consistency of this, I'm used to the Lancome foundation, how it's a little bit runny. This one does not move. It almost looks like finger paint. It's like kind of stuck in there. So it looks like it's going to be pretty full coverage. Let's see. So I'm going to put some dots on my face. It does look a little orangey compared to my tone. That's one of the reasons growing up, a lot of my friends use Clinique. But I always stayed away from Clinique because of having such a fair porcelain skin tone with pink undertones. Clinique always made me look more like a pumpkin because of the orange in it. So let's go ahead and see. I already dampened my sponge and I got all the excess water out with my tissue so I don't ruin my towels. Oh wow, this is definitely covering. So it is darker than my skin tone. You can see the change. My arms are a little bit closer with my tan, but it definitely has more of like an orange undertone base to it. But this, even with the Real Technique sponge, sorry, that was my cat. Even with the Real Technique sponge, it looks like it's giving medium to full coverage. Now, I generally go for things that have more of a natural finish to them. So this is pretty thick for me. All right, so looking at it, it definitely is medium coverage. It covered very nicely. It has like a sheen to it right now. It reminds me a lot of the IT Cosmetics CC cream, but with more coverage, because it has like that healthy glow, just like I get from that, but it definitely covers any discoloration or anything like that a lot more. Okay, so since the sponge usually gives you a little bit less of coverage and a brush usually gives you more, I'm going to put even less because I have a feeling this is going to look really heavy on this side with the brush. So let's go ahead and just put very little on this side and see what we get. All right, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. Oh yeah. This looks very full coverage with this brush. And it looks a little weird since it's a little dark on me. This is definitely not a color that is a good match for me. You can see the color difference from here to my neck for sure. So I might have to go see if they have a lighter. I think they only had one shade that was lighter than this though in the store, and see if maybe that would be a better fit. It's funny because the girl put this one on and the lighter one, and she said the lighter one made me look more like a ghost and this one was a better match, but this in person definitely looks very orange, so I would disagree. This is not a color that I would wear. But if you look, I had some acne down here. I mean, you can see the bump, but you cannot see it through it all. This is very full coverage on this side with using the brush. And this one is more of a medium to full coverage. I'm sure you could build it up. I am not this much of a medium to full coverage person, so this is beautiful. I mean, it has a very nice sheen to it. It covers really, really well. So if you like medium to full coverage, you'd probably really like this foundation because, like I said, it has that very healthy glow to it. It's just not something that I personally would wear. You definitely feel like you're wearing makeup. Or look like you're wearing makeup. It's very lightweight though, so I don't really feel it sitting on my skin, but when you look at me, you can tell that I have makeup on. Okay, so this is gonna last probably a really long time, even this little bit, because a little bit went a really long way, which for money purposes, that's great if you like that kind of foundation. All right, in my past video, I just bought this palette and I love the colors in it. This is the Naked Urban Decay on the Go. It's great, it's clunky, I mean, it's a little big, but if you have room in your traveling box, this is great because it has everything you need except for lip gloss. Oh, no, it does have lip gloss. It has everything you need except for eyebrows and foundation. So let's go ahead and look at it if you didn't get a chance to see it. It has a really big mirror, and then inside you have 5 shadows, highlight, blush, bronzer, you have a lip gloss, an eyeliner, and then you have a mascara. So everything you need, minus your foundation and your eyebrows. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my double-ended brush, and I'm gonna go into this highlight color to put it all over my lid. This color is darker than it looks in here. It looks kind of like a iridescent kind of pearl color, but when I put it on my skin, at least, it comes out more of like a almost like a peach, like taupe color. So it comes out a lot darker than I would think, especially for being a highlight. I'm sure that this will look better on different skin tones, but on my skin tone, it comes out a lot different than I thought it was going to. It still looks pretty though. This palette, as I found last time with my review, has a really good payoff in the shadows. You get very good pigmentation, so a little goes a long way with these colors. Okay, next I'm going to do my crease color. I'm going to do this color right here, right into my crease with my other end of my brush. I'm going to take it on the flat side and I'm just going to sweep it back and forth, starting where my natural crease is. And then I'm going to take it up just a little bit higher to make my lids look a little bit bigger because I have very small eyes. But you need very little color to achieve this because, like I said, they're highly pigmented, which is really nice because that means this palette will last a while. Also, the products inside the palette I find to be a really nice size to work with. I know sometimes when they do on-the-go palettes or they do those anniversary palettes for Nordstrom, some of the products are smaller. This one, the size of eyeshadows are normal sizes, and the blush and the bronzer are a pretty good size too. All right, so there we go. Okay, then I want to do my crease. My crease I just did. I want to do the V on the outer side. So I'm going to go in, and I really liked this deeper color last time. It reminds me of that bark, but a little bit lighter, the MAC bark that I used to use all the time for my eyeliner. This one's just like a shade lighter. This palette, if you didn't watch the other review, I was saying how if you have green or hazel eyes, it really does a nice job bringing out those colors. Definitely complements them. That's a little dark. I went a little heavy into it that time. Let me make the other side that dark too so they match. Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't tell you what brush this is. This is actually the e.l.f. concealer brush, but since I have such small eyes, I need a really small brush to do that V and to really get in there to make it a little more precise. So this brush fits the bill. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is my eyeliner. I do find it easier to flip it upside down to get the 3 products out. This eyeliner is phenomenal. You do not feel it tugging on your eyelashes at all. It just glides right on. It's so nice. After wearing it the last time when I did the review, I did not find any transfer throughout the day onto my eyelid. It stayed in place, so that was nice too. I just kind of go right about the center of my eye and then drag it outward. I don't want to go all the way in because I don't want to bring my eye down to make it look smaller. So I go right about the center and then bring it outwards. All right, since this did not transfer last time, I did not put it on my lower lash line last time. I'm going to do that this time for you. So I'm going to start in the outer corner. I'm just going to come in about halfway. So, oh my gosh, you can see my fingerprints from touching. All right, let's fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna take my sponge and just spread it back out. That's kind of funny. This is seriously medium to full coverage. I don't think I've ever worn a foundation this thick before in my life. But if this is your thing, this is pretty. Okay, then the next thing that I'm going to do is I want to set it just to make sure, because I did not wear it underneath last time. I only wore it up top. So I'm looking for my angled brush. I have way too many brushes. But this little container here, I love it. It does a nice job of organizing my brushes for me. Okay, so I have my angled brush. This is by MAC, but you can get them in other ones as well. I'm going to go back in with the shade that I used here for my V, just to kind of go over the liner on the bottom to make sure that it stays put, since it is a gel liner. And that will keep it in place and make it stay longer as well. Okay, then after that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set my under eyes with my Laura Mercier brightening powder. I'm going to use my big fluffy brush. I'm going to dip it in here and just tap off any excess and just kind of pat it. I did find that if you sweep it, sometimes you sweep off your foundation with it, so patting it into place works a lot better. I'm just going to pat it. All right, then I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics by Pores, and I'm going to set this because it does have it's very pretty. I mean, it has like this nice glow to it, but because it's too dark for me, I'm going to set it and see if I can kind of make it look a little more skin-like, other than like I'm wearing a mask. All right, so I'm just going to tap some in here. I'm going to get my big Total Face brush by e.l.f. It's nice and big and fluffy. I'm going to dip it in here, and same thing with this. You just kind of want to press it wherever you want it so you're not swiping off your foundation. So let's just go and press it right in. This definitely makes it look more mattifying. The foundation doesn't seem to have as much of a glow to it once I use it, and it does look more like a semi-matte finish, but it still definitely is not my color. It looks good on camera, it seems to be, but in person, I look pretty orange. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I'm gonna go ahead and push them down. I don't know if you guys can tell, or I'm wondering what you think about it, but I've been using the Benefit brow conditioner to try to grow in some of these hairs and fill it in. I don't know about what you think, but maybe it's just because I think it is, but it actually looks like my brows are starting to get a little thicker and filling in areas. So I still have like half a month left to try it, because it's supposed to take like a month for it to work, but I'm actually thinking it's doing something maybe. So I'm hoping. We'll have to see. If anyone else has used it, let me know if it's worked for you. And if you used it more than a month, or you keep using it, but the girl told me it takes about a month for it to start growing in your hairs, or it's supposed to. So my eyes I think they look a little bit fuller, the brows. All right, and then you just push it right back up. And to me, this looks the most natural. I'm kind of thinking too that it's working because I don't feel like I have to put as much in there. So I really think my brows might be doing what it's claiming, so that's pretty good. Okay, Last time I forgot my blush, so I don't want to do that this time. So I have my e.l.f. bronzing brush that I use for blush because I like how it's tapered and it's super, super soft. So I'm going to go in with the blush that they gave me. Last time I also noticed that this had a high pigmentation, so I'm going to try to put a little bit less this time because my cheeks looked pretty rosy last time. But it gives a nice pink flush to you. And I'm going to skip that bronzer because I think in person I pretty much look orange enough right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on. But I put very, very little and a very light dusting, and look at the color payoff on that. It looks really, really pretty. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes. And then I'm going to use mascara. I love this bottle. It looks so pretty. It's so metallic, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. The brush is nice and thick and fluffy, and it does a phenomenal job at separating out your lashes. I also have to say it looks very lengthening. It's not really going to make your lashes look super, super dark like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise does, but it does a great job at making them all spread out and lengthening them. So in person, it looks really, really pretty. It doesn't look as dramatic, but your eyelashes look phenomenal. So I don't know if you can see that, but they're all so nicely spread out. There's no clumps. They're not sticking together. My eyes look really green using this palette. If you have green eyes or hazel eyes, you have to pick up this palette. It will definitely complement your eyes and make them stand out. All right, so there we go. But see how beautiful? They're all spread out and gives a nice length to them. I really like this mascara. It's pretty. Okay, so, oh, the lipstick or lip gloss. So this is a lip gloss that comes with it. Like I told you in my last video, some people bought 2 of these palettes just because of the lip gloss, and I can see why. It has like a minty scent to it. The color is so pretty. Supposedly, Urban Decay does not make this one that you can just buy by itself, but I'm really hoping with enough YouTube support that Urban Decay will hear about how much that everyone loves this lipstick and that they'll make it separate, since this was a limited edition palette. But the color is beautiful. It has like this very slight minty. It kind of reminds me of, I think it was Avita that I bought, the natural line that I bought lip gloss from that had the same kind of light minty taste to it. It's nice. Feels like it's kind of like plumping your lips. But okay, so this is the overall look. On camera, I have to say that the foundation actually looks really, really pretty. In person, I definitely look orange, and it does not look like my skin tone. It definitely, you can tell that I'm wearing makeup. But if you're going out for like a date night or to a concert or something, like this would be beautiful. It covers everything. So what do I think? I probably would not buy this for everyday use because I am not a medium to full coverage person, but I probably would buy a bottle in a lighter color. I'll have to try a lighter color and see how it looks on me, because I have that problem with Lancome foundations looking orange. But I would love to have this around for like special occasions because it looks very pretty. It covers phenomenally. It's just too much for my everyday use. But those of you that like medium to full coverage, I think that you will really, really like this foundation. So if that's the type of foundation you like, I think you should try it out. And that's it. So this is, once again, I did the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, and then I used my Naked palette on the go for the rest of the look, except for my brows and my foundation. So I thank you for watching. Once again, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!